Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good? Time for my skeleton knight to learn some new fighting style, and what better weapon than a katana, like the one that the mom is using and absolutely destroying him this week. So, I think it's pretty safe to say this show is amazing. There's shows that really don't know how to tone it down a little bit. Like, for instance, take all the characters and just like slow down the episode and give us information without really needing to lead into like these huge action scenes. And I'm going to talk about another anime that comes out today, which is The Dawn of the Witch, which kind of felt like that, right? Like instead of giving us just a whole blue blown, full blown, relaxing episode, they do something else. So I am curious to see how people are going to take this show at the end of the day because, man, I am honestly enjoying a lot of what I'm seeing at this point, and it feels like a lot of people are as well. So, that being said, having the villagers of the elves and seeing just how many there are is a pretty big, vast majority of them are on board with what needs to be done. And what needs to be done is these people need to suffer for take I guess not suffer as much as like get to the people who are in that are a part of it and just take care of them. But it's hard to do all of that without Art and the daughter going around and figuring out just who the people are on the list and making note of them, or just seeing if they have uh more reason for why they're doing it. So that's also a possibility that there might be something in the works for them to try to be doing this and knowing there was a treaty. The weird part is how far they've gone just to, um, prove the fact that he's on their side when it should have been quite obvious, in my opinion, right? Um, Art is clearly the reason why um, their daughter even had a chance of getting in to the Lord's place. Not to mention, it was him who got the information from the girl in the first place that even gives them a good backing to do what they're doing, which is kind of crazy when you think about it, right? If it wasn't for the ninja girl, this would just have been an attack with no real big proof, definitive proof that there's more people involved, right? It would just be like, yeah, we found these ones here, and at that point they could have said they were planted there, anything to keep their lordships out of trouble. But with the ninja girl giving them the information and the names of the list of the people who should not be doing such things, puts them in a much more comfortable position to talk about that to the other nobles and have something of a, just something against them in general, which is pretty smart. Overall, I like what we're seeing. We are getting a huge amount of information that there's a sister out there that can even beat the crap out of the Dark Elf, not to mention maybe the mom can beat her too, because I don't know. Maybe Ark isn't as good as we think he is because he is relying mostly on his skill with the abilities and not so much just swinging a sword like the dimensional move, wyvern slash. All of his moves are big like name based moves, which he could not use in this battle, or he might have like ended up destroying this forest or hurting the mom. Especially he's using a wooden sword, so maybe like it doesn't even work like that. I am not entirely sure. But what I do know is he has a long way to go before he can even touch the mom in the case of like just combat in general, which is another reason why I love this show now. is because they're not just making him so OP that he's broken at every single thing. They're actually giving him a chance to get stronger, which is even scarier than what I expected them to do with this show. He is overpowered, but he is not all that great at physically moving his body without using skills. So, yeah, I'm happy to see it. He did reveal himself to multiple people, so maybe I'll do that. Maybe there's like two other people I'll reveal myself to, but until that day where this man's just fully exposed, yeah, we'll see what happens. But overall, have an awesome day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace.